Yeah, accept my greetings and welcome again. This piece of video is in a bit to respond to the numerous questions which are coming, asking how the classification of subjects and school are being done. Ever since I explained the Southern Cameroon curriculum, people have not yet understand very well, and people keep asking a question of various domain. And I won't give up. I won't hesitate to answer to any doubt. And if I still explain this one and you don't understand, you're free to come on and still free to ask any question of your type. You really need to know what is going on and why. Okay, here we have for primary school, we have the classification for primary school, that subject classification with respect to their different blocks. Okay, here we have decided to divide the blocks into three. So the first block, which runs from class 1 right to class 3, that's the first subdomain or block. The first subdomain of the block, it runs from class 1 right to class 3, class 1 to class 3. And then these are the subjects that are supposed to be taught, or let me say the subjects that are being taught in the first subdomain or block. Then the second domain, which is from class 4 to class 6, the second block or the second subdomain, you have the following subjects which are expected to be taught. Yeah, so these are the subjects that are taught under the second subdomains, and it runs from class 4 to class 6. It is only at the end of class 6 that the theory exam is being written. Okay, so now we have the last block, which is the third block or the third subdomain. These are the previews, or these are the equipment and the expected things to be taught, the expected things that are going to handle the third subdomain subjects or block, which is done in class 7. So you can see it is both the examination, which is done theory in the first two block, and then the third, which is the practical. It is the two examination that you're writing as the introduction to national exams. Okay, so when the combination of these results are done, they'll be considered as one exam, which is the introduction to national exams, and you give you the second certificate. Okay, I haven't explained that. But then go. These other acronyms are used in explaining the table, that is the probability table, that is used to determine the type of field of study in which a secondary school is operating. So we have the ST, which stands for science and technology. We have the MPS, which stands for medicines and body science. We have the TMS, technology and mechanisms. We have the SSL, which stands for social science and labor. This, you have to know that this STL and the SSL, they are domains, they are categories of domains. Okay, they are the two main categories of domains. So these are the other fields which are being operated under. So you have these other two fields, the medicines and body science, technology and mechanisms, which are operated under the science and technology domain. So the second domain, which is the SSL, the social science and labor, we have the following fields which are operated under. You have the artistics and civil science, and the acronym is ACL, that's the ACS, industrial and science development, which is the IDS, agriculture and mining, AMS. Okay, so this is the probability table. Here we have the two subcategories, that's the two categories, social science and labor work, and then science and technology. So these are the subject representing, or these are the field that represents the the domain, or let me say the categories. These are the other three fields that represent this category, this social science and labor work. So in between you already have the range. Okay, in order to choose a field that you want to operate, okay, this is what you do. You see this other red, something looking yellowish, this yellowish arrow is an operation that is impossible, just like this other deep something looking greenish or what like that, I don't know because, but the legal operations, or let me say the possible operations, are this one with star and the moon. Okay, and I explain to you how you do choose the field using this type of a possible matrix, or let me say probability. Okay, you have a field that is already operating. Like for example, if you choose two fields, like this arrow do explain, if you choose MBS and TMS, then you have ACS as an auxiliary, or let me say as a part operating an association. It is an association. That means in your domain, or let me say in your field of specialization, your school is operating a science and technology, because it has chosen the majority of the subject from the, these are the majority of the field from a science and technology side, and there is choosing one associate from the social science and labor. Okay, it goes the same. You can still choose IDS and the AMS, and then you associate it with one of these other, okay, and you associate it with one of the field coming from science and technology. That means in that type of choice, or in that type of operation, you'll be operating a social science and labor work in association with one of the field from science and technology. That is, you could choose MBS or you could choose TMS. And okay, the rules are very simple. Is that you can never choose a horizontal axis field, or let me say a horizontal or a vertical axis field, but you can choose a sideward axis. That means you can choose an arrow can leave from here, or a field can be choose like an AMS to MBS slash IDS, or you can leave from AMS to TMS slash IDS, or you can leave from MMS to MBS slash ACS, or leave from MMS to this other box. So if you successfully choose, if you have followed the rules and regulations, you choose, there are 18 operations that are possible. Okay, yep. So that 18 operation can be possible, even though all the schools is it. If somebody wish to ask which school, which type of secondary school is operating there, you only hear of a social science and labor work school, or you hear of science and technology school. You will not hear of this other minor field. But if you enter to really go deeply into which type of field is being offered, then you'll be presented. You just give you that in the science and the technology field. We are operating TMS, MBS, and in association to IDS. Okay, so when you look at the subject and they are convenient to you and you wish to offer, then there is no problem. Then you have to choose a particular field, like medicine and body science. Then you offer, so you're going to be offering a student who is offering medicines and body science is going to be taking it, or is going to be offering this following subject which goes along. Okay, it's an obligation. So here you can see obligatory subjects, you see auxiliary subjects, even though you are going to be offering all without any exception, but they are simply isolated, or they are simply divided as such in order to shows their importance. Okay, it goes same for, it goes same for this other. Okay, yeah, it goes same for this social science and labor work. You see, these are the following fields and these are the following subjects to be operated under, and then these are the other part for practical subject. People, I also saw comments, or yeah, I also saw comments and question asking how are the practicals going to be operated, or does the various practicals for different cycles do differs, or do varies, or are different. So these are some of the differences. You can, anytime you are doing you are watching the video, you can post to know. Okay, even there are differences in the various cycles because of the certificates. There are differences in the percentage gotten, difference in the names of exams. Okay, and the different teaching consultants. Okay, you have the topics, or let me say they are highlighted. We focus on differences that are being subjected to the, that is to the right. You can see here that there is differences in duration, differences in focus, differences in support, differences in consultant, differences in the examination, and differences in certificate being gotten. These are some of the differences, and with time more will be explained. Okay, so that's it. But let me just pick this opportunity in order to talk a bit on the preview of on the focus on how university will look like. This how the university first platform, or let me say the first intercepted phase, or the first overviewed phase would look like. Okay, you have the university, that's for people who are just entering the university, first stage. Then you have the master stage, you have the doctorate, and then you have the superior stage. It all counts. So you have the degrees which are being gotten. So when you operate 4 years duration, that is 2 years, that is to have all these degrees, or let me say to complete a university in the introduction each. That is when you complete, you now have a technical profession. That means you become a technician of your profession. Okay, and when you operate for the first 2 years, you have a degree, and then when you finish the last year, the last 2 years, you have a professional degree now. And that for the last 2 years, you'll be doing the practicals. Okay, to present a project. So when you finish and present it and it's validated, you have now a professional degree, and you are a technician, or a technician of that profession. Masters, you have master's degree and master's professional, which have a duration of 3 years. You have the 2 first year, which will be for master's degrees only. Then you have 1 year again to have master's professional degree. You have the master's in theories and exploitation, implementation, or correcting them, or correcting. Okay, so that's it for the master's perspective. You have also the doctorate, which have a duration of 5 years duration. You spend 4 years to have a doctorate degree, and you spend another 1 additional year to have a professional's doctorate degree. Okay, what is being envisaged, that means by then you're able to do invention of theories and then practicals of those theories. That means you're able to bring a new idea that have hardly existed or have never existed okay, and you are able to demonstrate it. Okay, in the superior level you have the superior degree, and then you have the professional superior degree. Okay, that is unpredictable, which means it is the country's choice. It is the country's it is the country's choice, yeah, to decide. So there are so many conditions for the superior to obtain a superior degree, and it's never easy. So that's why it's a little bit complicated and it is unpredictable. Okay, you're able to execute validation of new and old system policies and necessary engineers to develop areas. It is a very complex degree to have. Okay, but okay, when the complete curriculum for the university will be out to explain more, and then we'll try to elaborate on the degrees, elaborate on the various field, on what is being needed, the various materials before you can obtain a degree. Okay, the system operation will be very different, and the expectation will be also high, and so many other changes as well. What does not change, and what is for sure, is the obligatory subject before your professional subject, or let me say your field of domain, or independent field of domain in which you really mean to become a professional of that domain. There are obligatory subjects which are taught alongside. You have the English, mathematics, that's an average mathematics, okay, for all the university, and then you have the Southern Cameroon history. Okay, that's that, and see you again in another video. I promise to start with the new school syllabus, with the nursery school, and because of the surprise text, or let me say the surprise question, I just had to do this, but just patience. I'm already about to start the syllabus for nursery school, so just check out, just hold yourself tight, okay, and have a good day. Try to share it to other people, okay, try to share it, try to explain to other people, try to encourage other people to start the operation. Show you the importance of our own syllabus, show the importance of our own new school curriculum, and then from there we'll be able to achieve more. We'll also be able to encourage others to operate it, and to bring forth new ideas, and we are able to develop it and achieve so much from it. Thank you very much, and have a good day. God bless you.